Okay, today I'm going to try to replace a sink. It's my fault that it actually went bad, but I ran into some problems which I'll show you. Now, replacing a sink is really not a big deal. I've done it in the past, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But see how the sink here, the fixture here, has all these deposits on it? That's all my fault, and the reason is because I used to use a water pick with a special tip on it for my nose to clean out my sinuses. Now, I've since switched to this gravity fed method with a neti pot. I used to have a plastic neti pot. I bought that one so that I could put it in the microwave and nuke it to get rid of the germs. Okay, I'm going to try to turn that off and we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to have to replace it anyway, and that's why I got these parts. But when I do that, I got to turn the water off to the whole, to everything, to the kitchen sink, the other bathroom, everything. So I can't even turn it so tight. You can actually hear it. Damn. Okay, so I've turned off the hot water and I've turned the cold water off with this valve. So this one's going to have to be replaced. Hopefully I bought the right kind. So first I'm going to take this off, which is actually pretty loose. I'm going to take this PVC line off this valve. I couldn't actually close this valve, so it may leak some water out. If it does, it does. But I have to take this off. That's it. Okay, so here I am putting Teflon tape on there. Not an expert at this, but you stretch this out so that it covers the threads. Whoops. Went off camera there for a minute. Hopefully that'll keep it from leaking. And I can screw that back on there. Excuse me. I can screw that back on there and that won't leak for the time being. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have any way to put the camera in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take off this nut right here. Sorry. That nut right there on each side. And then I'm going to pull the whole sink out. See where that bronze piece is attached to the sink plunger? I'm going to disconnect that and I'm going to pull the whole sink out. But I don't have anywhere to put the camera so you can see that. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, and after I took those two nuts off, this is what it looks like. So you've got a nice empty hole, 3 spaces on my sink here. I'm going to get these PVC lines off. So there's 2 different ones. Sorry, this one and this one. I'm going to get these off so I can reuse these guys for the new fixture. Okay, now for the hard part. I've already taken the excuse me, faucet out. So I want to get this guy out. He's got a rubber seal underneath the sink. So I want to take this trap off and then I want to take this out. So if my channel locks don't work for that, I've got a wide jaw pliers for that. A pipe wrench will work perfectly. So let's see how that goes. So that's my trap right here that's getting all the water out of here and here. Hopefully my bowl's big enough. Okay, I'm getting the trap off. I can tell you this stinks, as it should. So I've got gunk in there, I've got water, sorry, I've got water held in this little trap. Okay, I do not feel like futzing around with it. I can't remember how it comes out of there. I think it comes out from the top. It's all rusted. The new one just slides down from the top. Since I don't feel like futzing around with it, excuse me, I'm going to use my Sawzall to try and get in there. Okay, so I've wound that nut in there so this thing doesn't walk around. I'm going to wear my safety glasses, and by the way, This is not the way to do it. You should spend the time and do it right, but I don't feel like it. I don't have time today. I've already cut the rubber gasket off of there so I can get to it and I can see what's going on. There we go. Wish me luck. Some of you are probably thinking this is a bad idea. Put it up here. Okay, here we go. Not too concerned about it because it's a plastic nut. Worst comes to worst, I can just cut it off there. Got my vice grips on there. Trust me, this is actually looking harder than it actually is. It's more of a pain in the ass than anything. Oh geez. There we go. Now that nut's coming off there. It should come off the whole way, and I'll pull that out of there. That nut off, and after I cut that trap off, and I was taking that nut off, this top just screws right on there and out, so it goes up from the bottom. That's the way the old style is. So anyway, this is what it looks like with the sink faucet fixture and the drain taken out. You want to take this out so you can put the new one in. So I want to get all this gunk out of here so it seals nice and tight. And I did not crack the porcelain. Okay, so the new one goes down from the top. This is not all one solid piece like the other one. Then this washer goes on and it seals this to the bottom of the sink. And then I put all the rest of the hardware on. So I just wanted to show you that. Much better. Okay, so here we go. This part goes towards the back. Then this piece goes on. This is all plastic, where the old one was metal. So anyway, get up there. That'll make a nice tight seal. And then this nut goes on. Let's see, that goes towards the back. Anyway, it goes like that. Okay. So this looks like it goes down through the center. Anyway, that's what it looks like from the top. And I'm going to go screw this nut on from the bottom. Hold this faucet in place. Use this piece here to hold that faucet in place. And then I'll put this brass piece on there to hold that in place. Like that. Okay, so this part just goes onto this, so you can pull it up and down. That's okay. So these get tightened. Okay, so since somebody put these guys way low, these won't attach to that. So I need a coupler, go from my PVC up to here. I have to read and see what size that is. So that goes kind of in there. It's too big. I'm going to find a coupler for this, but I'm going to have to replace this valve too, so I can turn the hot water back on. Okay, so I went to Lowe's and I got myself a new valve for that side. I'm going to try to use the nut that came on there, and I'm going to put Teflon tape on here. So it says 5/8 outside diameter to 3/8 outside diameter. And I'll put Teflon tape on here and I'm going to try that. Placing that expansion tube, expansion piece, expansion nut. I can't think of the name right now. So This will be for the hot side. Hopefully that goes on there. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Teflon tape on here before I connect it to the cold line or the hot line. And it's gonna fit together just like that. So Teflon tape's gonna be on this joint, so hopefully it won't leak. The other side of this actually has a rubber gasket, so hopefully that won't leak. Sorry for the bad lighting. Okay, so there it is. I can promise you that is absolutely not the prettiest install, but it is late at night. It is about midnight. So I picked up this valve at Lowe's. We went over to my friends, ate dinner over there, played a game of Scrabble. Came back, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, so here it is. These are too long. I don't like them. I don't like the way they look, but they are what they are. I'm going to turn everything on and hopefully it doesn't leak. So we'll see how it looks. Okay, everything's turned on. The water's turned on. I have absolutely no leaks. So everything's a success. I don't like the way it looks, but it doesn't leak. So that's good. It's about 12 o'clock. Just because I went over a friend's house. I'll show you what the sink and everything looks like and works like. When you first turn it on, you'll get some dark water out of here. Everything works just fine. Got your cold this way, hot that way. Of course it's not hot, excuse me. Cold this way, hot that way. Of course we don't have hot water yet because the water heater just got turned on, but everything's fine. Everything works well. I'd say it's a couple hours job. If you want to do it right, do it well. It took this long just because we went over a friend's house for dinner in between me doing it, and I didn't have some parts, so there you have it. Complete success, and it's really pretty easy to do this.